I'm sorry, but you can't come in. The words land like a slap. Jasmine blinks, her excitement crumbling. She shifts the weight of her clutch, glancing at the security guard blocking the entrance. What? The guard doesn't budge. Dress code violation. Her stomach tightens. Laughter and conversation swirl behind him. Music, the night she was looking forward to. Around her, students pause, their gazes flicking between her and the blockade. The heat of embarrassment crawls up her neck. This wasn't happening. Not like this. Jasmine glances down at her dress. Sleek, elegant, perfectly within the rules. It hugs her frame just right, the color shimmering under the lights. Then, a group of white students strolls past, their outfits just as bold. No one stops them. Her voice tightens. They're wearing the same thing. The guard doesn't blink. Rules are rules. Jasmine exhales sharply. Number not rules, a decision. Seriously? Lauren, her best friend, steps up. You're stopping her but letting them through? Murmurs ripple through the students. Phones lift, screens glowing. Some watch, uneasy. Others whisper but stay put. Jasmine swallows, a knot forming in her chest. This wasn't just about tonight anymore. This was about who was allowed in and who wasn't. A slow clap echoes. Mr. Whitaker steps forward, arms crossed, the smirk already there. Is there a problem? Jasmine squares her shoulders. Yes, your guard won't let me in. Whitaker tilts his head, eyes scanning her, calculating. Then the smirk deepens. No exceptions, Jasmine. You understand. The weight of his words settles over her like a lock clicking into place. I don't make the rules, Whitaker says, voice smooth as glass. I just enforce them. But he does. They both know it. Jasmine searches his face for something. Anything. That isn't this smug, deliberate dismissal. She finds nothing. Her fists curl at her sides, not here, not now. She won't let them see her break. She straightens, swallows the lump in her throat. I see. And she does, clearer than ever. The moment lingers, thick, suffocating, unspoken, then cut to black. Jasmine Carter? Oh, you mean Darius Carter's daughter. Jasmine hears it all the time, not a fashion designer, not a straight-A student, just the daughter of a famous activist. But she isn't just a name, she's a legacy in the making, one built on talent, not on someone else's past. She learned young, some doors don't open unless you push twice as hard. Perfect grades? Still not enough. Fashion sketches? Surprisingly good. Jasmine watches classmates glide through life, their efforts rewarded without question. Her mother reminds her, it's not fair, but you prove them wrong. So she does. Again and again. You'll follow in his footsteps, right? Jasmine forces a smile. I have my own path. She respects her father. But his cause isn't her fight. At least that's what she tells herself. She just wants her designs to speak for her. Not her last name, not expectations, just her work. Academy prep is prestigious, expensive, elite. It tolerates students like Jasmine. Never fully embrace them. The whispered comments, the exclusion from study groups, the subtle barriers that say, you're here, but you don't belong. Still, prom felt different. A night where none of it should matter. No labels, no expectations, just Jasmine. The dress? Perfect. The night? Finally hers. Until, I'm sorry, but you can't come in. And just like that, reality slams back into place. Some fights? Impossible to escape. Congratulations, your dress has been approved. Jasmine reads the email twice, relief settling in. Her design, a mix of modern elegance and cultural heritage, met every requirement. No room for doubt. Finally, a moment that's hers. No questions, no hidden rules. At least, that's what she believed. Laughter hushes when she walks by. Eyes track her movements, lingering too long. Jasmine stiffens. She knows this feeling. The silent message wrapped in stolen glances and murmurs. By lunch, the whispers grow. Not loud enough to confront, just enough to remind her she's being watched. But why? Jasmine, a moment? Mr. Whitaker's smile is tight, polite, but heavy. Are you sure that dress is appropriate? Some might find it distracting. Her stomach tightens. Nothing's changed. Same dress, same rules. Yet, the moment she wears it, there's a problem. She exhales. It was approved. Lena's dress got rejected last year. Too bold, they said. Brandon was told his suit was too flashy. Jasmine had convinced herself this year would be different. She clutches her phone, scrolling back to the confirmation email. The words are clear, official. So, why does doubt still creep in? New message. Some people are saying Mr. Whitaker is watching for you. Her breath catches. Not a direct threat, but it doesn't have to be. Her fingers hover over the reply button. What is there to say? Prom was supposed to be a celebration. Now it feels like a trap. Jasmine steps out of the car, heart racing. Tonight is hers. Weeks of planning, months of anticipation. Her dream dress, her perfect night. She walks toward the entrance, excitement buzzing in her chest. Finally, a moment to shine. But the moment she nears the doors, something shifts. Hold on, step aside. A security guard blocks her path. Jasmine blinks. What? Is something wrong? At first, she laughs, expecting a mix-up. The guard's expression doesn't change. You need to wait here. Confusion tightens her chest. Others walk past her. No one else is stopped. We have to maintain standards, Jasmine. Mr. Whitaker's voice is calm, but Jasmine hears the weight behind his words. Standards? Her pulse quickens. Your dress. He exhales. It's questionable. Heat floods her face. She spent weeks making sure it followed every rule. This isn't about the dress. Behind him, another girl in a strapless gown glides through the door. No one stops her, no questioning. Jasmine's throat tightens. She turns back. Dozens of dresses, shorter, tighter, more revealing. No hesitation. The message is clear. It was never about the dress code. Voices murmur. Phones rise. Jasmine feels the weight of their stares, their whispers. Some watch with pity, others with curiosity, as if waiting for her reaction. The air is thick with something unspoken. Mr. Whitaker doesn't flinch. He was always going to do this, and he knows it. This is ridiculous. Maya steps forward, anger flashing in her eyes. She got it approved, Ethan adds. You can't just change the rules now. Mr. Whitaker sighs. This isn't up for debate. Other faculty stand behind him, silent but firm. They've made their decision. Jasmine's hands shake as she pulls out her phone. I have the approval email, right here. She shows the screen, heart pounding. Mr. Whitaker barely glances at it. Then, slowly, deliberately, he rips the printed confirmation in half. The paper flutters to the ground. Jasmine's world tilts. Her breath stutters. Her fingers curl into fists. It wasn't about fabric, length, or school policy. It was about power. About reminding her who gets to belong and who never truly does. The crowd shifts, waiting for her next move. But Jasmine already knows how this ends. Jasmine's hands tremble, but her voice is steady. You all see this, right? She swipes open her phone, hitting Go Live without hesitation. They said my dress was inappropriate. Look behind me. You see, has anyone else stopped? Me neither. The comments flood in instantly. Shock, rage, support. She looks Mr. Whitaker dead in the eye. "If you won't listen to me, the world will." Within seconds, the chat explodes. Let Jasmine in trends before she can blink. "This is disgusting. We see you, Jasmine. Expose them." Her heart pounds as viewers climb into the thousands, then tens of thousands. Ethan shouts, "Jazz, refresh your feed." She does. Her video isn't just trending, it's viral. And then, one comment stops her cold. "A Marcus Carter official just joined." The crowd gasps. Marcus Carter. Civil rights lawyer. CEO. Household name. More comments flood in. "Oh, this just got real." "That's her dad? Oh, Whitaker's done." Jasmine's stomach flips. Because when Marcus Carter gets involved, change isn't requested, it's demanded. Tires crunch against pavement. A sleek black SUV rolls up. The door opens. Marcus Carter steps out, calm, unreadable. The crowd parts without being told. Mr. Whitaker stiffens. Jasmine swallows. "Dad," he lifts a hand. Not unkind, but firm. His voice is quiet, but it cuts through the air like a blade. "I saw everything." And just like that, the rules have changed. Reporters pivot their cameras. They were here for prom coverage. Now they're filming something bigger. "Mr. Carter, is this discrimination? What will your next move be?" Jasmine watches the shift. Minutes ago, she was a spectacle. Now, she's a headline. Mr. Whitaker wipes his brow. The weight of real accountability settles on his shoulders. And then Marcus Carter speaks. "I have one question." Marcus Carter turns to Mr. Whitaker. No anger, no theatrics, just one simple, lethal question. "Would you like to explain to the world why my daughter was denied entry?" A hush falls. Mr. Whitaker opens his mouth, then shuts it, because he knows there's no answer that will save him. His face drains of color. The cameras wait, the crowd waits. Mr. Whitaker stammers. It was a misunderstanding." A reporter interrupts. "Then why tear up her approval?" The internet rips him apart in real time. Jasmine watches his power crumble. And for the first time tonight, she smiles. A reporter leans in. "Jasmine, tell us what happened." She exhales. "I was told my dress was inappropriate. But let's be real, this wasn't about a dress. This was about power, control, and they thought I'd stay quiet." She meets the camera's gaze. "They were wrong." Murmurs ripple through the crowd. A teacher shifts uncomfortably. Then another. "We didn't agree with this," one says, stepping away from Mr. Whitaker. Parents nod. Students whisper. Whitaker clenches his jaw, because for the first time, he's alone. A board member clears his throat. "Jasmine, we, apologize. Please come inside." She tilts her head. "If I'm not welcome when no one is watching, I don't want to be here now." A murmur of approval rises. Whitaker swallows hard. He just lost more than control. A student shouts, "If she's not going, neither are we." One by one, heels click against pavement. Suits, dresses, sneakers. The crowd moves as one. Jasmine watches, stunned. This isn't just about her anymore. It's so much bigger. The footage erupts online. Jasmine speaks, dominates every platform. News anchors dissect it. Celebrities weigh in. By morning, it's national. And by nightfall, it's undeniable. Change is knocking. Hard. A grim voice on the news. Principal Whitaker has been placed on suspension pending investigation. Jasmine exhales. He built his world on silence, and now it's crumbling. A week later, her post floods timelines. "This was never just about me. Keep fighting, keep speaking, because change doesn't happen in silence. It happens together." Have you ever seen injustice like this? Have you ever watched someone be silenced just because of who they are? If this were you, standing at that door, what would you have done? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. Like, subscribe, and stay aware.